It all began with a whisper from the void. A transmission so faint that most systems ignored it as background noise, nothing more than space dust in the data streams. Voyager 1, the ancient probe launched in 1977, drifting alone for nearly half a century in the cold, endless dark, had suddenly spoken again. Scientists at NASA first believed it was a glitch, old hardware, decaying circuits, cosmic radiation interfering with the signal. But when they decoded the transmission, the room went silent. It wasn't numerical data, it wasn't telemetry, it wasn't the usual static whispers of plasma waves. It was something else. Something structured. Something intelligent. The signal wasn't random. It pulsed in a pattern like breathing. Slow, steady, rhythmic. It felt alive. NASA replayed the signal over and over, trying to understand why an aging probe tens of billions of miles away would send something like this. Voyager 1 was not designed to transmit anything except scientific measurements and basic encoded system messages, and it certainly was not supposed to generate an audio signal resembling a heartbeat. Yet there it was, beating like something waiting in the dark. Days later, a second transmission arrived. This time clearer. No heartbeat, instead, a continuous tone, low and cold, stretching for 47 seconds. Then at the very end of the data file, a frame. Just a single image. Grainy. Distorted. But undeniably real. A black landscape with faint specks of starlight, and on the horizon, something tall. Thin. Tower-like. But not natural. Not rock. Too symmetrical. Too deliberate. A structure standing somewhere in interstellar space, illuminated only by Voyager's failing camera. The team enhanced the image, adjusted contrast, sharpened shadows. The object appeared metallic, reflective in certain angles, with repeating patterns etched along its surface like carvings or language. No one could decipher it. No one could explain it. The world had gone from ignoring Voyager to obsessing over it in less than a week. NASA initially tried to keep the discovery classified, fearing panic, speculation, conspiracy. But secrets that big never stay buried. A leak spread through forums, then news outlets, then across every social platform on Earth. People demanded answers. Had Voyager discovered an alien structure? Why was a probe so far away suddenly sending strange signals? What was out there in the interstellar dark, waiting beyond the reach of sunlight? A special research team was assembled, linguists, astrophysicists, cryptographers, eye specialists, even historians. Their task was to decode the signals and find meaning in the data. As they worked, Voyager kept sending more. Slightly stronger each time, as though something had boosted its transmission power. And with every update came fragments of new images. A corridor. A surface like metal but scarred as if ancient. Symbols glowing faintly. At one point, a frame appeared showing what looked like the shadow of something moving, long limbs, slender, almost insect-like. But it disappeared too quickly to study. Then the transmission format changed. Instead of fragmented images, Voyager sent something resembling coordinates. A location far outside our solar system. Too precise to be random. It was as if the probe was pointing somewhere, guiding humanity toward a destination. But how could Voyager, with its dead batteries and failing systems, suddenly know such coordinates? How was it transmitting stronger than expected? Some suggested the impossible, that Voyager itself had been found by something. Touched. Repaired. Maybe even controlled. Debate among scientists became heated. Some argued this was the greatest discovery in human history, proof that we were not alone. Others feared it was a trap. What if following the coordinates meant leading Earth into danger? But curiosity has always driven humanity forward, sometimes into brilliance, sometimes into doom. A decision was made. A new deep space probe would be constructed, faster, stronger, capable of reaching the coordinate zone within decades instead of centuries. But construction takes time. And Voyager wasn't waiting. One night, the signal changed again. This time, there was no heartbeat, no tone. Just silence, then a voice. Synthetic, flat, not human but trying to sound like one. A single sentence spoken in distorted English, "It sees you." The engineers froze. The message repeated 5 times, each iteration clearer. "It sees you. It sees you. It sees you." Global panic erupted. Governments demanded NASA shut down communication. Some accused the agency of provoking unknown civilizations. Others believed an intelligence was watching Earth now through Voyager's eyes. Meanwhile, radio telescopes around the world detected faint echoes of the same phrase in different languages. French, Arabic, Mandarin, Urdu. As if the message was translating itself for whoever listened. Over the next weeks, astronomers noticed something else. A faint object, previously unnoticed, was moving slowly through deep space, directly toward our solar system. A perfectly straight trajectory. No gravitational wobble. No natural orbit. Too controlled to be a comet. Too silent to be a spacecraft with chemical engines. It slid through the void like a thought. And its origin line traced back, exactly, to the coordinates Voyager had transmitted. Humanity watched the stars with dread and fascination. Conspiracy theorists called it the returner. Religious groups called it the watcher. Scientists called it Object 11X. Every night it grew slightly brighter, though still only visible through powerful telescopes. News channels speculated endlessly. What did it want? Was it coming as friend or conqueror? And why now, after Voyager had wandered alone for 45 years? As 11X drew nearer, Voyager transmitted one final file. A video sequence composed of hundreds of stitched frames. It showed what appeared to be the interior of a colossal chamber. Metallic pillars stretching for miles. Floating objects like pods suspended in darkness. And on the far end, something humanoid yet wrong. Tall. Pale. Motionless. No eyes, only smooth skin where a face should be. But as the video processed, the figure slowly turned its head, without eyes, as if looking directly into the camera. Directly at us. And then the screen went black. Voyager fell silent. Completely. No more signals. No more data. As if the connection was severed, or as if something had taken control and turned it off. Object 11X is still approaching even now, its movement constant, its speed unchanging. Some scientists estimate it will reach the outer boundary of our solar system within a few years. Others believe it has already arrived, hiding beyond Neptune, watching, waiting for some cosmic signal we don't yet understand. Telescopes occasionally pick up flickers, anomalies, shadows where nothing should be. Some swear they've seen structures silhouetted against distant starlight, like spires drifting in the void. No one knows what will happen when it finally reaches us. Will it reveal the truth behind the voice, behind the coordinates, behind the alien images transmitted through an aging machine built by human hands so long ago? Or will it remain silent, observing, patient, like a predator studying its prey? The most unsettling thought is not that something is coming. The most unsettling thought is that maybe, it has always been here. Maybe Voyager did not discover something new. Maybe it woke something ancient. Something that had been waiting in the dark between stars, dormant for millennia, until one small human probe brushed against its domain and whispered our existence into the cosmic quiet. And now, it sees us.